In recent days, a nonsensical rumor resurfaced, attempting to link Jungkook to a female idol, much to the annoyance of many fans. It all started when an account posted a supposed new photo of Jungkook in Japan, implying he had traveled there for a woman. However, observant fans immediately noticed several details that debunk this claim. Far from being recent, the image appears to have been taken in late October or even earlier, as green leaves are still visible in the background, which doesn't align with the current date. Furthermore, Jungkook is using his old black phone case, the same one he stopped using weeks ago. In his most recent broadcasts, he has clearly been seen using a red case, confirming that the photo is not recent. Another important point is his appearance. In the leaked image, he sports a different hairstyle and makeup reminiscent of what he wore during the Unwoo premiere on October 27. This coincides with the time period when his previous phone case was seen, reinforcing the idea that there is nothing new or mysterious about the photo. What many fail to mention is that Jungkook is completely focused on his projects, including his successful collaboration with Calvin Klein, released just a few days ago. In the midst of such an important professional moment, it's clear that these kinds of rumors are nothing more than attempts to distract from or damage his image. Taekook's fan community has pointed out that these patterns have been seen before, especially when similar stories were used to try to discredit Taehyung. It's not the first time baseless theories have been spread to create a stir on social media. What is clear is that Jungkook has no connection whatsoever with the idols some are trying to link him to. Fans recall that both Jungkook and Taehyung have publicly addressed and denied false rumors, demonstrating that they are not swayed by misinformation. This latest episode only reaffirms the need to verify information before believing any viral post. Fans insist that the only reliable source about them is their own statements and appearances. Taekook remains focused on his work and personal projects, while some continue to fabricate unfounded stories. Fans are asking for respect and reminding everyone that spreading rumors can have legal consequences, as has happened in previous cases. Instead of fueling speculation, the community prefers to support what truly matters: his music, his hard work, and the close relationship they have both demonstrated over time. While rumors continue to swirl around Taekook, reality seems to speak for itself. While some insist on inventing stories, Jungkook and Taehyung continue to appear close, sharing moments that reflect a connection that needs no explanation. No matter how much is said, they seem to remain steadfast, living at their own pace, unaffected by the gossip circulating in the K-pop industry. Those who observe them closely notice something that cannot be faked: the comfort with which they look at each other, the silent language they share, and the way they understand each other without words. Jungkook and Taehyung behave like two people who trust each other completely, without pretense, without trying to convince anyone. There are times when a single glance is enough to understand that there is something between them that goes beyond friendship or professional closeness. In every joint appearance, their way of interacting sparks curiosity. Taehyung, with his calm demeanor, usually looks at him naturally, while Jungkook responds with a slight smile that seems to say it all. They don't need to prove anything, but their eyes meet with a familiarity that makes it clear how well they know each other. These are brief moments, captured by cameras or by the most observant fans, that end up becoming silent proof of a real connection. Far from the media noise, they continue to spend time together, without hiding or forcing distance. Those who follow them know that they have spent years working side by side, growing within the group and creating a bond that is evident even when they try to maintain their composure. There is a naturalness in the way they touch each other's shoulders, how they sit close together, or how they reach out without thinking. These kinds of gestures aren't rehearsed, they arise from the trust and affection that can only be built over time. At some events, they have been seen relaxed, laughing and whispering in each other's ears while millions watch. They don't seem too concerned about the cameras or the rumors surrounding them. It's as if their priority is enjoying the moment and the space they share. That spontaneity is what makes every interaction between them so captivating. It's not a performance, it's genuine closeness. For many fans, Jungkook and Taehyung's eyes are the clearest reflection of their feelings. There are no poses or speeches, just glances that seem to hold years of shared stories, jokes, and moments. When they look at each other, the surroundings seem to disappear for a second, and that instant is enough for fans to start talking about their bond again. Taehyung has a calm way of observing, with a steady and serene gaze. Jungkook, on the other hand, tends to laugh, look away, and then look back. This dynamic, repeated on countless occasions, has become a kind of signature of their relationship. There's respect, affection, and an evident trust, visible even in the most casual moments. They've also been seen off stage, in which they seem more relaxed. They've shared everyday scenes that convey a sense of genuine closeness. Whether traveling, recording, or simply chatting, their connection remains constant. That consistency, more than any romantic gesture, is what leads many to believe there's a deep bond between them. The relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook is built on naturalness. There's no need for grand declarations or to prove anything to anyone. What they show is enough to understand that there's a special understanding between them. While rumors come and go, they continue on their path, sharing laughter, glances, and silences that speak louder than words. In an environment where everything is analyzed and exaggerated, Taekook seems to be the exception. Their story doesn't need embellishment or rumors to capture attention. They are two people who understand each other and show themselves as they truly are, without masks. And while theories grow, their genuine connection remains the only fact that requires no interpretation. Because, in the end, what's most obvious is the simplest: the way they look at each other explains everything. For years, Taekook fans have noticed something that doesn't go unnoticed: the way Jungkook and Taehyung look at each other, seek each other out, and understand each other without needing words. It's not an isolated gesture or a coincidence, but a constant and natural way of relating to one another. It doesn't matter if there are cameras, an audience, or staff members around, they act the same, with a comfort that seems effortless. This naturalness, seen time and again, has led many fans to believe that there's a different kind of connection between them, difficult to describe, but very evident when you pay attention. The curious thing is that, despite the passage of time and the rumors surrounding them, the essence of their interaction remains intact. They don't try to prove anything, nor do they seem to force an image. What they show happens without planning. You only have to see them in different moments: a discreet greeting, a shared laugh, a look that lasts longer than expected. In every public appearance or video, there are small details that fans notice without having to look too hard. These aren't rehearsed gestures, and that's what's most striking. Jungkook doesn't repeat the same closeness with others, and Taehyung seems to respond in kind, as if they both understand that there's no need to exaggerate for something to be noticed. This serenity between them is what many describe as the true point of difference. While others can act in front of the cameras, they seem to forget that there's an audience watching. And although rumors continue to swirl around Taekook, the reality speaks for itself. When analyzed without prejudice, what emerges is a relationship marked by trust. It's not about labels or assumptions, but about a visible and consistent dynamic over the years. While some within the fandom strive to deny or downplay it, Jungkook and Taehyung continue to share moments that seem to transcend the noise. They continue to present themselves as they always have, calm, close, and without pretending to be anything other than real. That consistency is what's most surprising, especially in an industry where every gesture is scrutinized. What's interesting is how the fandom itself can be divided over something so simple. Taekook's gestures are analyzed under a microscope, while the interactions of other members are taken in stride. It's common to read comments that justify the same type of behavior when it comes from someone else, but question it when it involves Jungkook or Taehyung. That's where many fans begin to notice the double standard. Upon closer observation, it becomes clear that nothing is out of place. Jungkook and Taehyung act the same as always, without hiding or seeking attention. When they're at the same events, their body language remains the same, friendly, relaxed, and natural. Even in the briefest moments, like a glance or a shared gesture, there's something about the way they interact that seems to remain unchanged, as if it were part of their routine. There's no need to look for hidden signs, you just have to see how they behave. That consistency, more than any rumor, is what keeps the conversation alive among fans.